All right, gang, Alex Aben coming at you, and I'm going to talk to you about the concept of self-talk. This is a topic that I talked about at the Fall Forward in LA, and what it caused me to do, and Andy Albright's a brilliant guy, it caused me to get back into the self-talk books, and I'll tell you what, it got re-inspired again, okay? And the whole concept of self-talk is speaking what you want, not what you got. You know, you can get mired in all kinds of crap, and I'm going to go over some things that you heard, but here are the books right here, if you can see. Okay, so here I am. These books by Shad Hempstetter. You can see What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. You can see it here. I can't even see. And then the Self-Talk Solution. And I'm going to talk about these books. These books changed my life, literally changed my life. I read these books years ago when I got started in the Amway business. And I promise you, speaking what you want, not what you got, works. And it worked for me in a huge way. And I'll talk about that story later. But let me tell you the concept of it and why it's going to help you. So that's the name, Shad Hempstetter. And man, I'd recommend getting it right away because it's going to change your life. Honestly, change your life in a big way. So let's talk about this. In the book, he talks about when you grow up, you've heard the word no 148,000 times on average, especially if your parents are more positive people, then, you know, probably you've heard less, we hope. I know my children have heard way less because I learned this in time to not poison their minds with negative self-talk. All right. Basically, self-talk is the ongoing conversation you have inside your head of you saying negative stuff because everyone's told you negative stuff all your life. So you keep repeating the crap to hold you down. Okay. Your brain is a computer, man, and your subconscious does not know what's truth and what's reality. It just knows what you tell it, and it hears what other people tell you. You are in life because of the programming that went on in your brain. You know, your parents might mean well, but they might have put some crap in your head to cause you to be burdened, to give you that, to put a lid on your capability because of what you believe about yourself, all right? It works like a computer. Good programming will produce good results. Bad programming will produce bad results no matter what kind of programming. You are where you are because of it. And here's why that works. Because your programming affects your belief. Your belief will then affect your attitudes. Your attitudes will affect your feelings. Your feelings will affect your actions, and your actions will affect your results. All right, let me come up with an example. Let's say that you always heard that you're shy, and you've been programming that, oh, little Susie's always been shy. She never likes to talk to anybody. So Susie grows up believing that she's shy. So it affects her attitude about meeting new people, because her attitude about meeting new people, she says that, well, I'm shy. I don't like to meet new people because I'm shy. That's her attitude about meeting new people. So anytime she gets into an environment where there's new people around, the feeling that she feels is, I'm shy, I don't like to meet new people, I don't feel like meeting new people. So the results of her action is she just stands there alone, not wanting to go out and meet new people. Okay, it affects her action, and the result is she's a very lonely person. Okay, she limits her ability to network, her ability to have a more full life, because she is programmed from the beginning about her belief in herself that she's a shy person. Okay, some of y'all know what that's about. Well, Alex, I'm just an introvert. Well, sometimes it's nurture, sometimes it's nature. I choose to think that a lot of it is nurture. Okay, because no one's born a great leader. Trust me, people become leaders. All right, so let's go to the next one. You ever get feeling like you're just totally fired up coming out of a seminar or conference, some kind of self-improvement program that you attended, and you're like all jacked up? I'm going to change the world. I'm going to do something to change my life. The only problem is that feeling, that desire to change starts to wane. That excitement where you made the decision to change in your life starts to wane when you get back on Monday. And you're back on Monday, you go to work, and then you get pounded by all the stuff in your inbox, get pounded by phone calls, all the negative people around you. And then you go back home and it's like, yeah, I got to look at my notes again, but then it's cooking dinner for the kids, and you got to take Susie to soccer practice, and then finally you get home, you're exhausted, and you're looking at your wife going, honey, I just need to go to bed. All those notes that you took down of what you're going to make a change in your life, you start to say, well, I'll just look at it tomorrow when I feel much more energetic. Well, then day 2, Tuesday happens, and Tuesday is just like Monday, because Monday is like your whole life has been the same, and you fall into the same habits of life that prevent you from making those specific changes in your your life, right? All of a sudden, all those changes you were going to make starts to die. And all of a sudden you get back to life. You get beat down again, doing the same thing you've been doing forever. And you will be subject to doing the same things, the habits that have kept you where you're at. The problem is you did not reprogram yourself. You went back to your old habits. See, here's the deal, gang. Your subconscious mind never goes to sleep. The beauty about the subconscious mind is it doesn't go to sleep. The other beauty of it is that whatever you tell it, whether true or false, it believes. And it also believes what other people tell it, okay? So it could be negative, it could be bad for you, or it could be good for you. Now let me give you some examples. Maybe you've heard this when you were growing up. Have you ever heard some of these things? And I pray that maybe you'll be a little convicted about the stuff you've been putting in your kids' heads. Here's some stuff well-meaning teachers and parents and friends probably have told you. Oh, you're just not good at that. Your room is always a mess. Can't you do anything right? Oh, you're just like your father. It's usually said when you do something bad, right? Oh, you just leave your socks laying around just like your father. Why can't you be more like your sister? Why can't you be more like your brother? Oh, you'll never be an artist. Oh, you'll never be an athlete. You just don't try, do you? You never listen to me. I tell you to do something and you just do the opposite. You never study. Your grades are atrocious. You talk too much. You always hang around the wrong kind of friends. You don't even know where your home is anymore. You're lazy. You don't care about anyone but yourself. You're determined to cause problems. You just don't think. You'll never amount to anything. How many of y'all have heard that? And you know what? Here's the sad thing, gang. That stuff is still reverberating in your head. Because I promise you, your brain remembers everything, either subconsciously or consciously. It always has that negative crap in there because it's a program. It's inside you already. It's inside you already. And then it becomes a self-talk. Then you start to believe it and you start saying stuff like, well, I can't remember names. Oh man, it's going to be another one of those days. Oh, it's just no use. I just know it won't work. Nothing ever goes right for me. Oh, that's my luck. I'm so clumsy. I don't have talent. I'm just not creative. Everything I eat goes right to my waist. I can't seem to get organized. Today just isn't my day. I can never afford the things I want. I already know I won't like it. No matter what I do, I can't seem to lose weight. I never have enough time. I just don't have the patience for that. That really makes me mad. Another blue Monday. You start to sound like Eeyore. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes I just hate myself. I'm just no good. I'm too shy. I never know what to say. With my luck, I don't have a chance. I'd like to stop smoking, but I can't seem to quit. Things just aren't working right for me. See, that program that you hear becomes your programming, and this is what you hear in your head. You may not say it a lot, but you think it, and it's just as limiting as you saying it. And then you got to live with the results. And then you start passing it on to your kids. See, it becomes this endless cycle of sadness, man. And it's sad. It is sad, sad, sad. So you can do the positive things, and that's what I'm here to talk about. The positive stuff that will make you better, okay? How you can change with positive examples, all right? Stuff like when you start talking about, and this stuff comes out of the book Self-Talk Solution. Self-Talk Solution gives you the map of what you want to say. It gives you these kinds of things to start programming in your own brain. And this is stuff that I recorded on MP3s. This is the stuff that you start talking. Determination. I love this one. I love this one because it's about determination and willpower. I know that in any success plan, determination is the ultimate ingredient, and I have determination. I'm totally committed to the achievement of the objectives which I set for myself. Not 50% or 99%, but 100% committed to the full realization of my goals. I am a winner. I make decisions about myself. I set my own goals. I determine my own course and direction, and I allow no one else to make these decisions for me. An accurate description to me would include the words strong-willed, decisive, steadfast, persistent, and determined. I am a winner. I'm absolutely determined to achieve my aims. I'm steadfast and persistent in the pursuit of my goals, and I will not give up. And it goes on, man. And now imagine you start programming your mind with that stuff, then your whole world changes, okay? Now, it doesn't happen overnight, but it does happen over time, over several nights of listening to this. Let me tell you what I did and why this worked for me, gang. Back in the Amway business, I was working my guts out because I wanted freedom so bad that I was going for agency manager, well, direct distributor, which is like agency manager. You know, it's kind of the same level, so to speak. And I was working my guts out. I was working. I was putting in people. And then Jeannie got pregnant. Well, I got Jeannie pregnant. We got pregnant. All right. And so 9 months, I had 9 months, and I had built up, I think I was up to about 3,000, 4,000 points a month. You have to get to 7,500 points. Literally, I had to double my business. And so I read this book, What to Say When You Talk to Yourself. And then I read Self-Talk Solutions. So you know what I did? It says in Self-Talk Solution that, or actually in the other book, that put it on a cassette tape. Listen to yourself speak this stuff, and then listen to it when you go to bed. So I had my little cassette recorder. Remember, gang, what the cassette recorders were? Well, like mini reel-to-reels. And I recorded my own self-talk tape. It taught me how to do it. You have to speak it as if it happened. Don't speak it as if it's going to happen. Speak it as if it did happen. It's like, don't say, I will stop procrastinating. Well, when you say I will stop procrastinating, it assumes that you are procrastinating and you haven't started to stop procrastinating. It's I will start. It's kind of like 3 frogs are sitting on a fence post, okay? 2 of them decide to jump off. How many are on the fence post? The answer is 3. See, because just making the decision isn't jumping off the fence post. You know what I'm saying? It's like that, okay? So you have to say it as if it happened. So I started putting all these things together, like, because my thing was Jeannie was going to be home full-time as a mom. When we got married, that was the deal. We were going to work until we started having children, and she was going to be full-time at home. So gang, I had to replace her $45,000 a year income, and I was making in the Amway business probably $1,000 a month as a 4,000 level. I had to double my business to get to direct distributor. And so I put this whole self-talk thing, recorded it on a cassette recorder, and they only go 45 minutes. So I buy one of those little flat round speaker phones that you put under your pillow, and I played it every day. I mean, every night when I went to bed, I played it. And it talked about me becoming a direct distributor, going Ruby Direct so I can break 3 legs so I can become free as an Emerald Direct. I mean, I said all this stuff as if it happened, okay? And, okay, so 6 months later, we hit direct distributor, 7,500 points. 6 months later, my business doubled. And then 3 months later, gang, my business doubled again to the Ruby Direct level, where we were making $75,000, $80,000 a year. And that was Andy Albright's level in the business. That's how we knew Andy and Jane, because we hit Ruby about the same time, hit the Ruby Direct level. And the next month, we retired Ginny from work. And, well, I mean, the times are kind of, anyway, we retired Ginny, and then we had the baby in December 17 years ago. And it happened for me. It worked because I reprogrammed my brain. So everything I was doing subconsciously and consciously was making that happen. It caused me to make the billion-volt decision to move forward, to do specific things, going out to cold contact people, showing the Amway plan to people. I would just be motivated to do it, and I felt like doing it. See, I changed my feelings and attitudes about what I was doing, and it was programmed in me where my habits changed like that. Like snap of a finger, my habits started to change. Now again, it doesn't happen overnight, but it happened over time. And I'll tell you what, every time I had to make a decision of getting on the phone and calling people that I cold contacted in a bookstore, I tell you, it got easier and easier and easier to do the things I needed to do. Well, I didn't even think about it anymore. See, it became habit. I changed my programming, which changed myself and changed my life. And it changed my children's lives. Let me tell you what happened with my kids. Shad Hempstetter put together a cassette package on self-talk for children. And so in our house, we had our children sleeping in, 3 of our kids sleeping in the same room. This is after when they were younger. And so we bought the cassette series, and before they went to bed, we put the tape on when we kissed them goodnight, did our prayers, then I would put the cassette in and flip it over from the night before, and I hit play. And they listened to that day after day, night after night, week after week, month after month, year after year. We were programming our children's mind when they were wee little toddlers, how to be positive and how to have a self-image, how to believe in themselves. And I'll promise you, gang, my kids rock. They're all getting like nearly straight A's. They're all doing well in school. They got challenges too, but I promise you that them listening to that when they went to bed just changed their lives. If it changed my life, I promise you it changed my kids' life. And when you start getting into this self-talk mode, anytime negative stuff starts to come out of your mouth, like you start saying stuff like, oh, it's just so hard, you're going to catch yourself immediately. And you say, it ain't hard. I could do this thing. I was born to do this thing. I have the right habits to make this thing happen. See, you start speaking life into positive things happening in your life, man. It changed my children's lives. So we don't crap on our kids by telling them stuff they can't do. They can do everything they want to do in their life. They just have to make a decision and then go do it and then speak it into existence. You think I get fired up about this? Because this is your chance to change your life. I promise you, you don't even have to believe it. You just do it. Just do it. Get the book. Now here's what I did. I started recording myself because I'm doing it again. I haven't done it in a while, but I'm doing it again. For like last several nights, I've recorded my own self-talk, and I got these monitor headphones like for musicians, so I can sleep in them pretty good. And so I started recording stuff for me. And I thought, you know what would be cool is if I recorded stuff for me that you could use too. And so I did a whole series, and I put them on a website for you to download. And because I don't know, maybe this will help you. Maybe, you don't want to do it yourself. I don't care. It's better to do it in your own voice. But maybe you can hear me tell you, speaking to you, what you want your life to be. And so I put together a website page.
So here's a web page, training.abuyuanfinancial.com/speak what you want. And on this website, it's pretty cool because I have the video that you're watching right now. And then I have the book that's really based on Self-Talk Solutions by Chad Hempstetter. And you can order that book now. But here's what's cool is I have all the kind of recommended things to get to be able to put this in your head when you sleep, like headphones. I mean, I really went overboard because this is what I did. And it just made such an impact in my life. I think it could do that for you too.
And then all these self-talk MP3s come up. And I recorded them exactly like they are in Self-Talk Solution. And so here's what I did. I put links on here because I don't know if I could do anything more to help you than this. This changed my life in a huge way. I'm fired up about it. And it may sound weird to you, but I promise you it works. So I talk about here, the first link, he says that you should talk in the I and then talk in the you, the first person and the second person. So like, for example, one of the self-talks I like the one on faith. The faith one rocks, but I don't know if I can find it quickly here. Let's do the one on stopping procrastination. Okay, so the doing it in the I version, it's I always do everything I need to do when I need to do it. I enjoy getting things done on time or before and in just the right way. Instead of putting things off, I get things done. And I enjoy the feeling of accomplishment and satisfaction that this gives me. So that's doing it in the I. And then he says, then read through it and record it in the you. So then you change it to, you always do everything you need to do when you need to do it. You enjoy getting things done on time or before and in just the right way. Instead of putting things off, you get things done. And you enjoy the feeling of accomplishment and satisfaction that this gives you. So you hear it from yourself and you hear it from people as if people are telling you about you. So you're influenced by yourself and you're influenced by what people tell you. So you get taking advantage of both those things. So I recorded, and this is what I did. I recorded this first one. The first pass is in I and the second pass is in you. Now, if y'all just wanted to hear me encourage you, then I recorded the second MP3 with just you. So it's the you part. So it's encouraging you. It's telling you about you from my voice. Okay, all these are in my voice. I mean, I recommend you doing it in your voice and you record your MP3 deal. But, if you don't have time, you can just start rocking. And I did believing in you, building self-esteem, achieving goals, overcoming procrastination, having hope, weight loss, controlling emotions. That's something I need, okay? Deserving to succeed, determination and willpower, energy and enthusiasm, exercising, faith. That's like my favorite one. Financial freedom, fear of failure, overcoming negativity in yourself, overcoming personal limitations, personal achievement, personal relationships, reducing stress, selling, stop worrying, successful marriage, successful parenting, winning personality. And look, I just tell you what I'm doing. I'm like sticking this in my head and I'm letting the stupid thing play. That's stupid. I put it in a playlist on my iPod and I listen to it all freaking night. Like last night, I figured out, I didn't know how to do the playlist that would repeat the playlist. I figured it out last night. And all last night, I listened to myself self-talk me like for 4 hours straight. My subconscious was listening to me. I'm telling you what, I'm like jacked up about it. And every night after night, I tell you what, it's probably going to happen a lot quicker than listening to myself 45 minutes on a cassette player. But I'm just so excited about it. Anyway, so I put some other links in here because here's the link on getting the Self-Talk Solution book. So you can click here and it'll pop up on Amazon on how to order it. You can get used ones for $3 plus shipping. So like $3-4 for a used one. Oh my gosh, like you have no excuse. Then here's the other thing I did because I'm crazy like this. Like I want to make it easy for you to reprogram your lives. So I got another thing where you click here and you can have a headband headset, which is I think the coolest thing. It's called a sleep phone. So what it is you stick this headphone, it's headphones in a headband, right? right? Which is kind of cool. Sleep phones, pajamas for your ears. It's got this little thing. It's like $39, $39.95. You can get it in different colors. You can get it in lavender for all you ladies out there, gray and black. And you can just stick this on your head and listen to it. Let's see, here's a picture. See, you don't even look that bad. You actually look kind of hip with that headband on. You look like LeBron James. Anyway, and then you can like listen to it. And then here's a little link on, I think, really cool recorder. I've got a more expensive one, but I love the Sony recorders. This is a Sony digital flash recorder, but this has everything. And you can use this for training meetings. You can record yourself. This is a nice little recorder. And then you can use this, just plug in, like I recommend using a power, a little power thing that powers it, not waste your batteries, but not, or use rechargeable batteries, whatever. But I'll leave no stone unturned. So you get a chance to listen to me talk at you. So if you just want to do the you part, you can do that. You can listen, you can record your own, but you don't have an excuse now, because now you have your chance to program your head. Like I said, it doesn't happen overnight, but it happens over time. And I promise you start feeling different about what you do to build this business. It'll make a significant difference in your life. I promise you. I totally promise you. You do this for 6 months and there's nothing you can't do. You're going to realize that your brain is the key. You just got to program it properly. All right, gang? Anyway, I'm jacked up about it. Make sure you go to the website, download it, make a change in your life like right now, gang. Anyway, that is it. I'm done. Thanks everybody for plugging in, and hope that helped.